Hey guys, welcome back. Drip and Farm for Poverty. I'm your host, Drip Coach, and let's jump right into the next video for this series on breaking down the DripX white paper. So this is where we get into the meat and potatoes of what this ecosystem really entails. And this it's going to cover the virtual mining and the mining BNB distribution. So over here in the virtual mining section, you have three different ways to basically mine. And this is not like the Drip Garden miner or BNB miner. This is more akin to what we see over on TitanX and some other protocols, where it's more, how would I explain that, but built into the contract in a much more sustainable way, so to speak. So remember, DripX is a new token. So therefore, similar to what I mentioned in the other video where Wrap Drip will help add liquidity, this will add liquidity to DripX by using BNB. And the way that you will get miners and participate directly on the DripX ecosystem is through BNB. And remember, again, I mention this in all of my videos now, we are in the beginning of this bull run, and therefore a rising tide lifts all boats, and BNB will inevitably, in my humble opinion, see new all-time highs. That's just the way it's always been. So I expect it to be this way again in this cycle. So having DripX be tied to BNB means that they're creating this protocol at like the perfect time. The new hype cycle's not here yet with the new people and all this stuff. So, and the fact that the Binance FUD is over with, CZ stepped down, to me, there's no other path but up for BNB, unless some black swan event happens. Like, I have no idea, but this will be very interesting to see. So basically, you'll have three ways to get into DripX, and that will be creating different miners. So you have single miners, batch miners, and mining ladder. Single miner is, as it states, just getting one miner to start mining for DripX. Batch is where you create multiple at the same time, saving time and probably a little bit of money, maybe, especially if you get early, because remember, it's going to get more and more expensive. So if you just created 100 miners on day one, it will be much cheaper than creating a single miner for 100 days, put it that way. And then the mining ladder is where you will actually use the strategies in the single miner along with the different parameters that we're going to talk about, the power. And you can basically create a structure where, you know, on day one, you make let's call it a level 1 miner day, and then you create a level 2 miner that's going to be 10 days, and like a level 3 miner that's going to be like 15 days, something like that. So you'll be able to dictate the number of days, and that's what we're talking about here. There's 2 mining parameters, and you will set them from 8 to 280 days. Now, one caveat, this is just from my perspective, from what I've learned. I am not big on staking anymore, locking up your tokens. DeFi has shown me that the ones that actually benefit are the ones that don't do that. However, it's going to be difficult for me to make this decision, because with this bull run, with this team, with what they're building, this could be a opportunity where staking is actually beneficial. But I am jaded to say the least, and I do not want to go forward staking, because I've just had again, very crappy experiences from Forex Shark and his crappy ecosystems, where everything that I locked up I just lost. So I don't know. I understand the need for that for sure, and that's how CDs work in the real traditional finance world, but I have not seen it play out successfully for me. But I'm on the fence, so I'm not against it in regards to DripX and Hustleman Matt and his team, and I'm not completely for it. I'm right in the middle. So chances are, when this comes out, I will do something, but the bulk of what I'll be doing in the beginning is possibly taking the shortest amount of time if possible, or just looking for the arbitrage opportunities, and until I see this play out differently, because I just don't know at this stage. But anyway, you'll be able to do 8 to 280 days, and the mining power will determine the daily DripX yield and the cost of mining. So I don't know how the power itself works, because again, I'm not in the Titan X protocol, but basically I'm assuming the way these play out is the more BNB you invest, then the greater the amount of power you will have, which will determine how much you're generating per day. So that, in a nutshell, is what will add that value and liquidity to the DripX token itself. So we will have a 150 billion tokens per day cap. And as you know, with these tokens, we mentioned before that there will be buy and burn mechanisms built into that. So again, remember, this is a new token. And in order for that to have liquidity and actually have value, we have to have BNB as well as other assets supporting it. So the more that we have, the more value that it has. Then over in the mining bonus side, so this is also something I mentioned in the previous video, early adoption amplifier. So I didn't mention the amplifier, but I did say that if you're going to participate in this, then getting in early, due to the way that they have the difficulty increasing, kind of like the Bitcoin halving, and it's causing it, you get less Bitcoin as the halvings come in, and miners, the difficulty gets harder and harder to solve, and therefore the miners have to adjust the cost, and that's what causes the price to go up. So this is very similar in the case that if you get in early, you're going to get this bonus, but over the course of 350 days, it goes to 0. So I don't know exactly if it's decreasing by a small fraction every day or if it's per month. I guess it's going to be daily, and eventually you won't get that extra bonus. So there will be some perks to getting in early. Then this D-rate bonus, I don't actually know how this works or what this is. It just says that you will get 3,500 DripX extra per power miner that starts after you. So I guess after, if you get in early and you're first or in the initial wave, new people that come in, I don't know if this means directly like under your team as in a referral structure, or if it just means in general that you will get these extra bonuses, basically being one of the early adopters if they are creating max power miners. And again, it's going to be more and more expensive, not only due to the cost and difficulty increases that they're making, but also, again, if BNB goes up. So BNB sitting around $300, imagine say 180 days from now and BNB is $600, and this protocol has been running for 100 days or so. So it's going to be more and more expensive for people to get in and make these max power miners, as well as for you to create new ones. So that strategy alone is going to have a lot of game theory built in on people, like how you want to play this, because depending on your forecast and what you do, you could end up shooting yourself in the foot, like I'm talking about, of being cautious in the beginning and this protocol be a game changer. And then you want to get in later and the cost has like tripled or quadrupled from when you originally got in. You're like, damn, now I don't have it. And that means all the people that did get in with that big bag, you're going to be trying to get in as they're trying to also get out and take profits. So there's definitely a lot of game theory built into this, but again, sustainability factors as well. So creating a balance between rewards and expenses. So this is about the mining power. So that information we just shared is all about creating, again, more sustainability. This is also big. So we saw this on the kitchen sink. So, and this was also a downfall to the drip ecosystem. So claim within 7-day grace period to avoid penalties. Late claims incur decreasing percentages of loss. So you don't lose your entire, investment, but the bonuses and things of that nature and the payouts reduce. So over on the faucet, you're able to just come over here previously, prior to being turned off. You were able to sit here and it just accumulated. Well, we know with the kitchen sink that you have to be interacting with that contract. It looks like they put something very similar in here to get people that are just thinking they're going to come in, set it and forget it, and cash out when everything's to the moon. So that's another sustainability piece. And I have been neglecting my kitchen sink. So it definitely works the way that they design, making you have to pay attention if you want to reap maximum benefits. And this is also another sustainability factor, but it's built into the blockchain issue, not from a contract side on their behalf, but you will have the ability to create a maximum of only 1,000 miners and 1,000 stakes due to blockchain data reading constraints. So that will keep that in mind. But of course you can make a different wallet, right? So you know that you can have dozens of wallets. So there's still a way to get around that if you got big bags and want to invest heavy. Then lastly, we're gonna come to the BNB distribution side. So DripX is mined by combining BNB and Time. So this is the way that the liquidity pool and value of DripX is going to be created. You have to come in with BNB, and in order to get DripX, you will basically have to put your BNB in and then dictate the amount of time you want to wait to mine and the power you're using, like we mentioned here. So without those factors, then DripX is just a meme token with no additional benefits. But by doing that, they make this more challenging and again offer more of those game theory ideas. Now, this is also very interesting, and we see this in a similar protocol that I'll talk about. So in the way that the BNB, so BNB coming into the ecosystem, this is the way that it's broken down. So let's just say there's 100 BNB that was put in on day one or whatever, or in total, and that's just as big as it got. 67% of that will be used to purchase and burn DripX. So the largest chunk, 67%, goes to a smart contract that buys DripX from the market using wrap drip on Pancake Swap v3. This is very similar to Bertha in the Elephant Money ecosystem. So by them creating a contract that will actually own the largest amount of BNB, that adds, as it says here, scarcity over time, but also it adds sustainability. So there's no way for anyone in the ecosystem to just be able to get super huge bags and dump on the community. Because one, you will have the different times that people create. So from 8 days to 280 days, plus all that BNB coming in, 67% of that, 2/3 is going into a contract locked up. And that contract is going to buy and burn DripX off of V3. So I showed you guys before the V3 here, and it's down this one here. So they will be actually going to the V3 Pancake Swap pool, and then not here, this is the AI drip side, but it's easier to see it here, and buying DripX from it. This is wrap drip, but they'll be buying DripX from the V3 pool. So there currently isn't a V3 pool for it, but that will also be another opportunity, because you can create a V3 pool, or a position, I should say. You can create that position here, and if you can keep your, pairs in range, then you could also just earn the rewards from this. So that's something else, another play that you could get in and do if you were risk averse to locking up or doing anything here. You could basically benefit from the hype and engagement from the community, and then you just create an actual position from the pool. So there's other ways to play this, but just the fact that the sustainability factor of 67% being built into this protocol is fascinating. Oh, and it will be wrap drip. So I was right. So it won't be a DripX token. So correction, it will be the wrap drip token. So it will be exactly like this. Yep. So right now there should be, there is a V3 pool somewhere. I haven't gone into it, but you should be able to create or add liquidity to that. Let's see if I can pull that up real quick. Yeah, so here you go. You see I can add liquidity here, BNB and wrap drip. And so this would be an opportunity right now, 76% APR with the ranges I selected. And depending on that range or volatility and how it performs, you could be earning these two tokens. So that could be one way to play it. Now, again, extreme volatility, I would assume, just like with drip, especially right now with a small liquidity pool. But as this grows, then this could be an opportunity for you to create something that has a little less risk, or probably still the same. I don't know. Yeah, I would say less risk. Okay, right? Because Pancake Swap is clearly been around longer, and then less risk also because you're not locking anything up. But you, of course, with less risk comes less potential gains, because if this doesn't stay within that range, then of course you miss out. But that is just another way to play this, due to the fact that they're putting this on V3. So that is good to see. And also that could be something that the team does later, where they are able to add liquidity and do a trading range, something like that on their own separately. So number 2, 28% is for payout cycles, rewarding users based on the number of shares they have. Users get BNB as reward. So you're actually going to get paid out in BNB and not DripX. So this removes sell pressure on the DripX token because you could be getting enough rewards to just sustain yourself taking profits in only BNB. Then the last 5% is what they call the Genesis Fund, but they basically tell you that there's no expectations for this. So it may or may not be used for future development. So don't even count this. Let's just throw that out there. Let's just assume that this is a dev fee, that way you're not getting your hopes up. But still, the 67% in this one makes this have some sustainability factors that will be interesting to see how it plays out. So the mining in this protocol is going to be your path to really participating in the DripX token, aside from the arbitrage opportunities with Wrap Drip and the liquidity provided there. So keep your eyes peeled for this when this launches, because there's a lot to unpack here, and it'll be much more easily explained once we can actually play with the protocol. So I will definitely go in with one miner or something to get started and see how this goes. All right, hope that provides some clarity and some insight. We got 2 more videos that we will get into. If it did, smash that HBO special, help a brother out, like, subscribe, comment down below, and until next time, lift daily and achieve your impossible. See ya.
Want to pay your in real life bills with crypto? How about send crypto directly to anyone with a bank account? SPRITZ Finance is a decentralized solution to be your own bank and connect your crypto earnings to real world bills and payments. They do not take custody of your assets and allow support on multiple blockchains and Web3 wallets. Sign up below using my referral link and you will get $50 back when you make your first $50 bill payment with crypto. Additionally, I will be using referral bonuses to airdrop, donate, or burn based on community feedback. Sign up now.